I'm back again, folks. Back again for Vending Machine V3. This is Vending Machine V2, as you can see by the neatly labeled sign, and that is Vending Machine V1. Go check out those videos if you haven't seen them yet. But it is time for Vending Machine V3, especially, like I said, considering the wild success of those two. And, yeah, I have completely new ideas. I'm going to basically destroy everything in that one. Well, that's going to stay there, but I'm going to not use any of the mechanics, really. Instead, I'm basically going to kind of use mechanics out of Tango's decked-out shop systems and stuff, so, I might not be using much of my own technology from the background there, but hopefully it will be way, way, way better now. Essentially, the way this shop is going to work, in fact, I'll go ahead and build a little module of it, but basically, there's going to be a barrel, right, and all you have to do is you walk up, there's a bunch of barrels in a row with labels above them, and you just walk up to the barrel, you pop in your payment item, and the item will be given to you. How does this work, you may ask? Well, it works by doing some clever item filtering, which I believe I can build by doing something or other like this. And that should do that, so basically now, if I pop something in here, oh wait, that was my filler item. That completely defeated the point of that. If I pop any old other item in here, then it should not be taken away. But if I put diamond inside, then bam, it should be taken and into this barrel down here. I should have built this thing higher up first for one thing. But I think if I do that, I'm basically copying Tango's redstone here. That right there basically depowers a torch, which is in turn actually doing a... Let's see here, it's doing that with a hopper there, and like that. Don't need that. Okay, so this basically is the thing that sets the number of items. So if I basically were to take, like, say 3 or something, then it wouldn't, I'm assuming it wouldn't actually do anything unless you put 3 items in. I can explain how momentarily, but let me just figure it out first. And then we're gonna have a line back here to actually depower it back here, which is gonna have to be used, or to power the hopper thing, which is going to be on constantly until it's turned off. So now, though, if I just give this a test, which is not definitely not going to work, but if I put 3 in here, or 2 in there, that's fine. But basically, okay, wait, I need to set up the item filter. Now I'm hoping that something interesting will happen when I put not 1 diamond, that gets taken, and nothing should have popped out of... Oh, something popped out. Oh, I see. Why am I... Yeah, no, that does not make much sense, does it? Let me just try that again. Okay, so in theory, when I put in only... So I would have to, in theory, put in 2 diamonds, if that's how the system works. I would have to put in 2 diamonds. Okay, let's try with 1 diamond, first of all. Nothing should come out. Okay, good sign. Now, if I put in another diamond, something should come out, I think. Oh my goodness, yes. I can't believe how easy that was. I've been searching for ways to make shops that have a set number of items that they take. And look, it's this simple. Tango, you're a genius. I am going to be throwing out most of the old stuff. My old system, I think the system below me there is much, like, better. I just like it so much better. And there's not much I feel like I can improve about this other one. This is a cool design, but V3 is going to be a complete makeover. And so what we're going to be doing is hashing the button selector panel. I mean, button selector panels are cool, but I mean, look how easily they can be hacked. I mean, look, boom, they can be hacked that easily, and this other system shouldn't be able to be hacked very well at all. So I'm gonna have, I think, several. I'm not sure how many items I'm gonna have. Of course, this design does require a lot more space being actually opened up underground, rather than where that one is like built mostly on top of the ground. So it's gonna be slightly more annoying to build this one, but I'm gonna try to do this anyway by putting the barrels like in the floor. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one also opens up the possibility for a lot more items in actually a pretty small space. So I'm gonna have 6 items in all. But think about the fact that that barrel there is those barrels there. So as you can see, it dives pretty deep underground. So I'm gonna start by clearing out a good space underneath. This is probably gonna blast everything. Oh my goodness. But this should be enough space to get started with anyway, and I just have to build that. Basically, I just have to build that for each of these barrels. So, I think I should be able to just... Okay, I gotta kind of visualize this because it's flipped around backwards. So, basically, there needs to be... Okay, I need to put a block. Let's see here. I might need to clear out some space on the other side as well so I can actually see what I'm doing a little bit. But all I've got to do is basically put a line of that down there like so. And a hopper going into each of these blocks, because that's, I believe, how it's supposed to be done on the other side. Remove that. And those hoppers are all going to be going into a comparator with the block being underneath here. So I'm going to go ahead and start lining out these, like so. This system is super cool. I haven't even built much of it yet, but I can already see how cool this is going to be. So I really want to build something like this on JoeCraft, possibly. That would be super cool. But basically now we just put comparators in every single one, not skipping every other one, but like that. And then we shave that off. We're going to go ahead and put some redstone back here. It's a nice thing about these tileable item sorter things. We can just do this. And some of that. Actually, that was not a great idea, because now I'm actually going to have to get in here, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this. But I just basically got to do this and this. And this is to basically, I think, I'm not exactly sure, I think this is to sort of extend the signal one block further forward so we can use it in various ways better. Remove these blocks. And then essentially we're going to have to put a bunch more barrels, which these are basically just going to be the collection barrels, the barrels for where all the items go, that where after they're being paid, this would be where you would collect all your items afterwards. Although it'd probably be better to put them all into one barrel, but for now I'll just do that. And then we need a line of blocks over here, and a line of redstone going along it like that. And that should be powered across there once that stuff's powered up there. And then some more redstone torches along this line right here. And this is where the hopper stuff happens. And again, I need more space back here probably. You always need more space than you think, and also in the different direction than you thought you needed it. And run that line over there like that, which will be constantly locked for now until I figure out a way to actually unlock it when it's necessary. Now we basically need diamonds to fill in the filler thingies with, which is going to have to be in every single one, of course, and just make some filler items to put in the slots. Should be as simple as dropping the stack size down to 41, I believe. Popping that in there. Okay, good, it's working. Put the diamond in there and fill in stuff. I can't talk, fill in stuff back there. And I want you to do that for every single one of these. Oh, forgot the redstone along the back here. And there we go. That now has all of the item filters filled in with stuff. But now, essentially, that is the payment system thingamajigger done. So, essentially, now we have to take the outputs out of here, and that's going to be what triggers it, I'm assuming, is how it's going to work. But now I've kind of got to decide what products I want, because, well, I guess not quite yet, because what I need to do is actually figure out a way to get the items to the player who's buying stuff. So I guess there'll probably be a spot where they either pop up out of the floor or into a barrel somewhere, but I've got to have a way of actually dispensing those, and so I think all the items are going to be stored inside of droppers. And those droppers probably can just be powered by this redstone, I'm thinking, because since well, it might actually not work to do that, but if only that redstone is powered right there by a one single strength, will it power both of these is what I'm wondering. Okay, I think I've got the wrong idea about this, because you don't power it from that, you power it all the way down here. Okay, that was a little bit stupid. That's not how it works. That's definitely not how it works. But I basically have to put a comparator feeding out of these so that the machine actually knows when to give the item out. And now each of these is what has to have a dropper on it, and this definitely works as far as I know. Just to shoot one single item out. There's only one item at this point. Obviously, the other vending machines could shoot multiple items, and we might put that in today, but this could be good for now. But we'll try it anyways. Here's oak planks. Here's some redstone dust. And so now if I buy this one, okay, no, actually, okay, I keep trying to test things before they're ready, but of course none of those are ever going to power. I made another mistake. I have to invert these signals first, which means I have to put arrow blocks along like this. And now, possibly, I'm not actually sure if this will quite work, because, like I was saying on the other thing, the redstone torch might cross power and power two of them. So I think we can now kind of test, though, if I put planks in there and redstone dust in there. And then also, what I do need to do in the cramped spaces down here, I actually need to go ahead and put in the item. So we're going to charge just one diamond for each thing right now, which just includes just doing that. You just pop those in and get my way out of here. And now, if I simply put in a single diamond, hopefully not redstone came out. Yes, not redstone came out. Cool. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. But now, though, okay, I'm basically going to need to have a way of collecting the item, which should be very easy to do with a water bucket. And, of course, some specialty stuff here, which should be able to just transport the items around. And so the item will shoot into there. I can cover this up. But the item will basically shoot into that water stream, like so, and I can transport it upwards into the spot it needs to go to. So I can just do a little something like that, break that, do something like this, and go up like this. Pop some soul sand in right there. But now I should be able to safely plonk water in like that. And now I should build this out of glass, actually. That's what I usually do for these. And it looks like I'm just going to stick with the wooden rustic theme for this water stream. But we're just going to do that. Simply plonk that there, and that should automatically transport all the items straight up here. And of course, I'll make all this look good and figure out all that stuff later. But I mean, look how cool this is. So much more compact than that spaghetti mess over there. I'm so glad I decided to steal Tango's design. But the thing is, now I actually can't reach the redstone anymore, so I'm going to actually have to bust a little bit extra stuff out over here. But in here, it should be now very simple to actually put in all the prices. But of course, the first thing to do is to actually finish the redstone system itself, which is make it so that the line automatically resets. Basically, just depowering and then repowering this line is all it needs to reset. So I need a way of, okay, how would one know when the item needs to be reset? You could use just a delay from the time that you actually submit items. 'Cause that gets oh yeah, that would be good. Good idea. Okay, big brain, big, humongous, absolutely gigantic brain with a repeater for 4 ticks there and a repeater for actually. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is as big brain as I thought it was, because I kind of don't want to reset the line until all the items have been submitted, which means it would probably be better to actually take an output from, where are they? From the comparators to detect whether, oh, okay, that would be from these redstone torches then. Oh, okay, even larger brain than I thought it was. In my own head, of course, in case that was of any dispute. We'll move on from that and figure out what to do here. But basically, when these are powered, that means the item's being dispensed, which means it's time to reset the system. Apparently my brain wasn't quite as big as I thought it was, and I banged my head against it for a while longer before I finally figured it out. So now comes the fun part, though, where I actually decide what items I'm going to sell. Obviously, this is just a fake creative world, but it's still fun to do items and stuff for selling. So if we just pop down here, these are all the things in here that are sold. So let's go ahead and just do some things. Currently, this is only single items for stuff, but I mean that opens up quite a few possibilities anyway. And you could probably make it without too much trouble so that it could give multiple items, but for now I'm just going to do it with one item. So maybe we could say sell mending books for 1 diamond a piece. I think that'd be good. And of course, to set that, you also have to set the prices as well. And back here, then you just put however many items in this hopper as you want them to pay diamonds. Super simple. And of course, in that case, it's just one of the mending for a mending book. Now, if we wanted to sell beacons, for instance, though, these, not redstone dust, then these, oh wow, you can fit a lot of them in there. But those would be more expensive, maybe like 15 diamonds each. Which means that you would go over here and basically simply, I love how simple it is to configure the price of this, but basically we just put that in there if you want to charge 15 diamonds for one single beacon, and then for the next item, maybe some totems, maybe we could charge like 3 diamonds each for those, which of course means, in case you hadn't picked up on it already, that we put 3 items in here, and then maybe tridents. I'm kind of just going through these, the valuable items pages, just figuring out what I need, but yeah, tridents, that'd be a good one. And I think those are much more valuable, so I'd say maybe 10 diamonds for those. And then we can just check all these. 1 for that, 10 for that, 3, 15, and 1. Alright, cool. So the prices have been set. I mean, this shop kind of works already now, and there's already some items in here. So let's go on a little bit of a spending spree. I'm not sure if I remember which one was which, but let's just give this a test. So I believe I kind of already forgot what they were. I think, though, these were mending books, so that should work. Yeah. Mending book came right through, and of course you'd label everything. But there's a mending book. In fact, I'll get some of these diamonds out so I can actually see what I bought. But mending book, these were beacons, and I need to pay 15 diamonds. So basically, if I were to put in, say, a few of those, I'm not even sure how many, I put 3, then nothing should happen. And then I'm going to need a bunch more than that. So here's, let's see, here's how many are these? Okay, yeah, 8 more. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. It should still not give me anything. 12, 13, 14, 15. After I put these 4 in there, then it should give me the item. Because that will be 15, and all the items will be moved across the hopper. Yeah, and there we go. I love it so much. So slick. This tridents, these are 10 diamonds each, I think, so I'm going to put in 11 diamonds. What actually happens if you put in 11? The nice thing to do would be if it stopped at 1 and left your diamond in there, but of course it takes it. Should give me a trident. Definitely should give me a trident, I hope. I'm not seeing a trident, and I'm sad. Turns out I actually hadn't fixed the reset system, and I had to redo that. But very tentative first test here. I think it should be in reset mode now until I put a diamond in. The reset mode should, okay, turned off very fast, which is kind of making me nervous. The item should probably show up, I think. Okay, never mind. The item didn't show up. Let's see what we have here. Let's see if that actually worked. I probably won't be able to see it there, but the totem, yes. Cool. Okay, and of course the test that you should always do is make sure it doesn't give it to you with just 1 diamond. Definitely should not give me a totem at this point. And if I jump over here, down here, around here, then there should be 1 item in the hopper. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's true. If you don't put all the diamonds, I mean, that's not a huge problem, I guess, but if you don't put the diamonds all in one blob, like if you go 1, your diamond just got lost. It just reset the system and erased the fact that your diamond ever existed, but you have to put in all 3 of them like that in a big block before it'll actually give you the item. But, I mean, that's what most people would do anyway, I think, so I feel like that's not a big deal. I think that's a good enough system for now, so let's get on to decorating. And here it is, folks. Vending Machine V3. It may not look quite as impressive as the others, but that's actually a good thing, because it's smaller than the others, which is definitely a good thing. But, completely revamped, we can now use it to basically buy stuff, and I haven't actually tested it yet since the last test, so it may not work. It may just fail completely for some reason. Let's see. Mending book. Mending book. I rerouted the water stream around the thing, so that should work now. Please, work. Okay, maybe I need to go back into the redstone. Oh, okay, I found it. The book is stuck right there, so it did work. It did work. It's just stuck. It's all. I'm going to have to move the water stream over a bunch. Hopefully that doesn't affect anything too much. Yes, finally, I got it to work. Nice. Which means it's now time for the real test. So, let's go ahead and try to buy a mending book again. In it goes, and it should come up pretty quickly too. Shouldn't take too long. Yes, mending book. Yes. Okay, now let's say I want to get a beacon, so I'll separate out 15 diamonds to use for this. Pop those inside. And once they all finish feeding away, then my thingy should appear very, very quickly over here. Oh, this is so cool. I love it. I love these shops. It's so awesome. Beacon, beacon, beacon. Yes. Nice. Okay, let's try buying an end crystal. Bam. Yes, so cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Vending Machine V3. I know I took it on a completely different turn. If you would like to see the previous design come back, then I would be happy to make another video about it, but I think this is a much better design. I will totally be back to update this again in the future, but for now, this is Vending Machine V3, and I very well might build this on JoeCraft. So, I'll see you next time, and good.